Okay, I'm back. My phone wouldn't let me just turn it around mid recording, so or I didn't know how. So here's what I did so far. I'm not quite done, but in 2017, or it was really the summer of 2016, my boyfriend and I went to Ten Sleep, Wyoming for the first time, and it's a long story, but I ran into someone that I used to work with at Chadron State College who was working on his doctorate at the University of Wyoming, because it's hard to find a program in math education or math that's straight up online, or at least at that time it was. I had already started a program, so I didn't put that in this because turns out it was busier than I expected. So you can do a lot of versions of this too, but gosh, I mean, I'm not grading it. It's just really for you and for us to compare at the end if there's any differences. So you'll see what kind of impressions this gives. So I was thinking about, should I apply to Wyoming? That's me thinking. In the fall, I went ahead and applied, fall of 2016. And hooray, in January, they told me you've been accepted. That's why I put lots of stars. Like I said, not a great artist. But also a cloud, because they were like, you've been accepted, but we might be terminating the program. And we have 3 students in the program and not enough faculty. So you could take a class while we're figuring it out. So I did. I was like, I'm jumping in with both feet. But there was that little cloud of foreboding. Then a couple years of a lot of coursework online, and it was exhausting. It was kind of fun and exciting and also exhausting because I was also teaching full-time at OLC and teaching overloads. So I had a pretty heavy work schedule plus that. And they gave a lot of assignments. And I like doing math problems more than like researching and reading and writing papers. I like to write though. At that time, also, I was living in my very small house here on the right, which I love, out in the country with my daughter, Kita, who was having some personal struggles. So she moved in, and we were living with Neil, my boyfriend, as well. And it is a tiny space for that. So I rented a room underneath one of the stores in town. And so that's why there's those stairs and me at my desk. I guess I'm not in a chair. Well, I should be. But I'll put a little chair under me. It doesn't matter. But I studied there for a year and a half, and it was very cold because there's no heat down there. So it was fine, except a little depressing to be in a basement. But in the winter, it was cold. So I'll probably add some little stickers of coldness to that. I think I'll grab my sticker pack and add some and show you guys when I'm done. Then I broke my ankle. And this is all in that first year of my doctoral program also, actually. I broke like not the bone, but some ligament. And, well, I did break a little bit off one of the bones. And that was hard to recover from. Also, here's me working and driving a lot to OLC and teaching really big classes, and a lot of them. Then the pandemic, which there's tears and also sweat because it was a lot of work. We did extra work during the pandemic, a lot, as we pivoted to fully online and learned how to do that and did extra trainings and stuff like that. So here I am, very tired again. That's me, my tired face, very tired. Also, my parents were struggling and they're in New Jersey. So I was dealing with that. So I haven't finished yet with my drawing, and I will, and I'll send you guys a picture, like I said. But that's the idea. So see, like for mine so far, my overarching theme, I think, if you look at this, is I think that there's been a lot of struggles. So a lot of barriers and things that nearly made me quit, and really hard stuff of being an adult trying to do an academic program and get it finished. And they also at Wyoming were not very supportive until the past 2 years. So there really wasn't much support, like moral support, cohort building, things like that. And I really sound like I'm whining, but that's okay. Like you, and I don't mean that you need to whine, but if you feel like whining about any detail, you can, because that's part of it. It's a part of success in academia can be dependent on a lot of different things, right? And how we cope with those bumps in the road or big struggles like the pandemic, when my students and my colleagues were passing away and we were working extra. My parents couldn't get their groceries in New Jersey and I was this far away, and things like that really were sort of isolating during those years. So that's an important part of my doctoral journey, but it's gotten better in the past few years, so I will add some more, and I think mine will be like a spiral, and I think I'm going to use a pop-up so it comes out towards us, and so it's always rising up. So I think mine is going to be like that. But again, I'll send you an image of one where it's just not just, but a single image too. So you could do it that way also. So if you have questions, let me know. But I just wanted to share that with you guys and ask you to do that, or I could meet with you on Zoom while you do that, and we could talk through it, and we'll definitely talk about it once you've gotten yours done, and you could send me a picture of it if you can. Okay, talk to you soon. Thank you for doing this. I'm so grateful.